Hello, everybody. Black Sentinel here, playing some more Danganronpa. We left off with Kyoko taking us somewhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop in. Not much happened in the last episode, to be fair. Oh, she took us to the bathhouse, the dressing room. So there's something else you mentioned. Probably has to
Indeed.
do with alter ego. Yep. All right. I said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Oh, what could alter ego
Right.
need? Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Weird. Okay. Um. Hey, alter ego. Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto? I'm trying to think what could alter ego want with us. Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough?
Thank you.
No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us?
So,
Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What? Kyoko and I glanced at each other. She replied, why?
you see,
Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work,
but
I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else solve the mystery of the school,
That's right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I
So,
realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my
But
best.
for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what I asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I don't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends. Okay, so if we think about this logically, I imagine Alter Ego could build a security network within himself to help, like a security program within himself, so that way he is okay when he hits the network. It may not last forever. It'll probably only be temporary because that's how it works. But he could help himself, and he already said that all the information we need from him currently is everything he just said. Like he already said the information he needs to tell us. So he doesn't have anything else for us otherwise. Now it makes it sound like we're just discarding him, but he is just a program. So if there is a last-ditch effort that could possibly bring us a lot of good by connecting him to this network, and it's not like he's gonna be completely vulnerable. He can get himself a program, a security protocol. Um, so he's okay when he gets tapped into the network. So it's a good idea, but it is a temporary thing. So he will have to pull as much as he can ASAP without causing self harm, because if he doesn't do it fast enough, he's in trouble. But if he does it too fast, it piques interest within the opposing team. So we'll see how that goes, but I do think it's a good idea to set him up to the network, because we already pulled the information he physically has on him. Now we need to see what he can gather. So I think it's a good idea.
Now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them they're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place.
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance cameras. A room without surveillance. Yep, the secret room. The secret room. As long as there's a network port. I definitely remember there was no surveillance cameras in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can access the network from there. Okay, good. Yeah, there is some kind of outlets on the wall, so they should be fine. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. Yeah.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. True. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to
But
do.
despite all that, I still think we need to try,
Correct.
because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing them up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there. Okay, I was going to
However-
say, where are you going to find the cable? I didn't even think of that until a moment ago. Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Cool. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I didn't even think about this. What are these stairs doing here if we can't even access them? Weird. Okay. Let me open this map and just go ahead and teleport on over to the second floor. In the bathroom.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Smart. I'm glad one of them has brains. 'Cause you definitely can't count on our character to do that. Oh, there's documents on the floor, though. Okay, first we have to find a network cable, which was in one of the drawers. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Hey, I know that cable from anywhere. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Yes. Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop connected to the ether port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to
Just
me.
leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can't, I'll see if I can call for help. So
So,
please just wait a little while longer.
I'm
Just hold
gonna
tight and
do
put your
my
faith in me. I haven't sneezed and it's not coming out. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. Cool. Oh, well, I wanted to see the
Makoto.
papers on the ground. How'd it go? Well, it went okay. All the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko.
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna split
Why
up?
is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't this a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I mean. That's not what I meant. I just had more I want to talk to you about. What are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However,
The way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. And what should we...
so
If we find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego...
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I head back to my room. I think I probably only get one interaction for the day, if I get one at all. I'm kinda tired. So I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, or I fall asleep, take a nap. I had completely dozed off. Okay. Huh? Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Uh-oh. Please don't tell me something bad just happened.
Makoto.
Kyoko, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Ina just came to see me. And she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Hey, what's up?
Huh?
Makoto, Kyoko. Ina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window in the rec room door. I hurried to look inside. When I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking. I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. That door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school
Listen to
regulations.
me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Okay. Huh? Then why?
It would seem.
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words,
Either way, the door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then, there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please hurry. Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered to 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on with all my might, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... She's cold, isn't she? She's dead. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew she'd be the next one. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... God dang it, dude!
A body has been discovered!
Oh, bless me, I'm sorry.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Danganronpa.
Huh? Sakura's...
Sorry, Hina.
Sakura's... dead? She's... really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. She didn't make her this time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. With shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. Damn, dude. And after I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began...
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. So now we have 6
Interesting.
students. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you're going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it, and I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's
That's
the
right.
Monokuma file!
It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. Isn't there something I want to ask you? Ugh. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and
In
then
other words,
I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
hey,
Gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
wow.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is, this time I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because I mean, your lives are on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? Who owes them one? Or he owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stay in guard this time. I'll do it. Tina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guarding number one. Is guard number one, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is, Hiro, Byakuya, Kyoko, none of you are allowed to set foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your
One of
fault.
you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all
I
clear.
won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If we're going to go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear.
That's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Damn, dude. So sudden, too. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? Guess you might see this kind of thing in a mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't
that's
mind.
fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when a locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside the target to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a
In
locked
other
room.
words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot in novels and things. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Think, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this
it's
case?
true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if anything else. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Ah, that... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked her, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a little. So I gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really liked them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Polka dot candy wrapper. Okay. What's this? There are shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? This must have been originally in a bottle. Well, they did point out at one point that there were poison bottles in the room. So it's possible she could have been poisoned. Might have gotten our first poison death. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Weird. I just want to investigate everything. Same shelf full of magazines. There are different magazines. I wanted to hit the blood splatter. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Yeah, true. It says she was hit. Like she got I think there was uh there was trauma to her head, but it wasn't enough to kill her. I bet. I mean, it doesn't say like she was killed by that. It just said there was no other injuries. So I don't think she was killed like that. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma files, she had also vomited blood, and I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to vomit blood? Oh, that's probably the vomited blood over there, by the magazine. Monokuma files specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Yeah, it's definitely a poisoning. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Some going on here. There's handprints all over the thing. Oh, the locker's open and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the
It's
dust.
true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then maybe the killer hid in there, or hid in here until the locked room was open. Don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Yeah, that was already open and everything. I noticed that earlier.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in here until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then what does this handprint mean? Someone's probably waiting for Sakura to ambush them? Or to ambush her? There's something over here broken. Oh, that's the protein zyme X. That's the protein shake stuff that she was talking about. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Kim A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the Kim lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Kim lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is it?
Hey,
What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Yeah. Shards of light blue glass. There must be parts of the window. Oh, yeah. Why is the bottle on top of the glass?
correct.
They aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. What does that matter?
So,
Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of that. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Yeah, why is the bottle on top of the glass that I broke not even a moment ago? The chair that was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get in the door. There's no evidence of any kind of stringer mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. I'm not seeing any other entryways or anything like that. Oh, that's where the bottle came from. Never mind. I thought it would have been like a poison bottle. I love that chess pieces in there. That's cool. They've got the pawn, the rook, the knight was on the ground. There's the bishop, king. Where's the queen? There should be a queen there. One. Oh, I should have read that. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf, and inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they got those figures inside the bottles. I ask that all the
So-
time with like the ships and stuff. It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. The Monokuma bottle, if you will. Yeah, there's I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Smoking figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was a weapon. Could be. Let's make sure no one else has anything to say. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Well, let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this would never have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Yeah. But the fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with three of them directly. I doubt Kyoko will have anything, but still. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone have the upper hand? Or get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand a chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura all day. Today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as
Come
fact.
on.
You're all finished. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, I think that's everything in this room. Can I leave? I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Let me check the time, I guess. That's the only thing I haven't interacted with. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to Milton's file, it died around 12, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Oh, duh, the door. Duh. Durr. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. Killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Yeah.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't
Listen
leave.
to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I needed to hear what they have to say. This is the door. Oh, no. Skip. I meant to just use it to leave, but I have to actually exit. Those other two are probably back to their rooms. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Can I actually go to the 4th floor? I wanted to make sure any poison bottles were not tampered with. I can't. Great. Let me go talk to them then. I mean, that'd be the only way that someone would have the upper hand on anything. Toko. Here's Toko. I know Hero's at the end. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds. Hi, Toko.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Cool. Alright, Hero, I believe, should be right here. Yeah, it's Hero. Press the doorbell. He shouldn't really have anything to hide.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, bud. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she asked to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like in passing. God, this is super suspicious. Yeah, you think? So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look
I
at
haven't
me.
seen her since. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Here was feeling around his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. The big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket.
What?
Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's the same wrapper as the candies. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. On top of that, maybe I should find out about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab, please. Will it let me teleport yet? Yes, it can. Fourth floor. There we go. So I'm not going up like 3 flights of stairs to get to it. Chem lab office. This one's the chem lab. Ta-da! Oh, great. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Do not care, bro. Let me make sure there's nothing about it in here. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Yeah, what is this? Oh, it's poison. I mean, it's got that skull. It says C4, so. This broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. MC4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right, it could have been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Yeah, source of the powder. Okay. C4. Is that gonna let me look in it? On this shelf is one look, and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like the poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. Okay. Let me look. President's report card. Truth bullets. What was the number on the A2? Yeah, what was the number on that? Let me see this. A2. Let's see what's on this shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. Oh, there's a C9 bottle in there. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section A. Huh? But wait. Yeah, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Did somebody have placed it here on accident? And B. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents? Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about chemical reaction. Oh, like an enzyme. Okay. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. Right now, I need to focus on the shelves. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. And it looks like it's split into 3 sections. A is dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Soccer must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A, there was a bottle with the label from section C. What was the bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on there. Yeah. Oh, there's footsteps. Okay. There are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? You may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. What? Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this, it's in this it's when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be
It's certainly
Makoto. Are they
possible.
yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoe and I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. Yeah. First, I have to check out this area. I did. Do I need to check this bottle out again? This broken bottle. Chem C4. I was on the 4th floor this morning. Same thing. Oh, do I just powder? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle's labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should go take another look around the rec room. Yeah. So get out of here. GCFO, I don't want to be around Byakuya any more than I have to. Have I talked to him yet? Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for finding useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Yeah, cool. He's just going to be a dill hole. So I'm out of there. And rec room was on the 2nd floor, I believe. Hallway 6th floor. That's the library. Was it the 3rd floor? Am I crazy? I could be crazy. I'm absolutely bonkers. Alright then. Yeah, I'm just psychotic, I guess. Cool. Let me go up there. Upstairs. And over here. I swear, don't let me be wrong again. I thought I had these rooms pretty well down packed. I do. I have all wrong. Oops. F1. No, I don't. It's right here. Go over here. Did I pass it? Is that what happened? Rec room. Yeah, I did. I wasn't expecting a plain, ordinary door. I was looking for like a blue door for some reason. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? Tokyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and the Monokuma bottle. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Okay. Probably stuff already pointed out. I think Kyoko had found a new clue involving Monokuma bottles. Something new. Let me guess, the chess pieces. So you figure it out. There's a hidden correlation between pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is? Don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle. Yeah. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottle that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment. You can gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. Try to get Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure? It's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done my thorough investigation, so it's fine. That obnoxious Byakuya is not here,
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan, got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then,
Is everything okay? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the normal two of the normal Monokuma bottles. They weigh the same. It's balanced.
In other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Now, it makes sense. Oh, she may think that one of the poison bottle, it's like a poison bottle. Because all the poison bottles look like they were red and stuff. So it could be possible that one of those bottles is actually the red bottle we see on the ground. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the
so
weight.
then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. Did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Oh, but it weighs more. Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? Because it's not
I
the same
knew it.
bottle, just as I thought.
in
What?
other
The
words,
results of our experiment, the correlation between each of the bottles, put it
Hey.
all together. And I believe we'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Cool. What else does she ask me to look at? Magazines and stuff. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. You can only see the blood Sakura's, but that's true. So far away. Okay, let me look at that. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Well, this magazine is turned upside down. Oh. I mean, we can't see that oh, yeah, you can. You can see that. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail. Don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine, flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
however,
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? It says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Yeah, true. What else do you want,
In
me to
other
look at?
words-
The results of our experiment, correlation of the bottles. We feel right.
Hey.
So what do you think? It's all on you. Oh, I don't want to see this. There's apparently an important secret hidden there. Yeah. Do I need to investigate Sakura again? According to you, yeah, okay. There's still something to be discovered from Sakura's
Just a
body.
second.
Just staring off into space is going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times, can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes? Oh, she's got yellow powder on them.
correct.
You see that yellow powder in her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That yellow powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder. Yeah.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me
It
explain.
would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. Okay. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Oh wow, it's already that time?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Yeah, it's not a lot of answers to the locked room. Okay. You can guess it's about that time. Because I know this trial is gonna take a hot minute. This is a confusing trial. I'm pretty sure I can guess who it is. But there's just too many to be able to crack it down. I can't just make accusations. Like I don't have any foolproof evidence. I can't just say a name that I think it is. But hell, I mean, my brain keeps wanting to say it's like some kind of partial suicide, but at the same time, it's not. Because, I mean, there's no reason he would say it's blackened or whatever. I don't know. There's just too many. With my thought process, I've got questions that need answers, and she's dead. So there's no answers to get from except for from the killer. So, I don't know. This trial could go in so many random ways, and I'm going to have to learn while this trial happens because I really don't know. I know some things, I don't know others, so it makes for a very empty jigsaw puzzle. I have kind of the border, and I don't have any of the inner pieces right now to be able to connect between the borders. But that's going to be all for now. If you want to make sure you're notified of the next video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right there down below, as well as the bell icon. Does you 1,000 favors if you do it. Just saying. But otherwise, that's going to be all for this video, and we'll catch up in the trial in the next one. So I'll see you all in the next video. Like Sentinel, logging out.